Hello, happy Tuesday, and welcome to another live stream. I am working on Zatanna again. This is a full 11 by 17 commission, so I'll need to, show it in full sometimes, but then, zoom in on wherever I happen to be working. So this one is for prize number 1 winner of my yearly Christmas 2021 art giveaway. So I host it in November. The winners are announced at the beginning of December, and generally I try to have the art done sometime before the end of January. I'm cutting it close this year. But yes, the winner chose Zatanna. So I've been working on this commission for a little bit, and I'm looking forward to getting her finished, hopefully maybe even today. Fingers crossed. Joyanne, hello! I just got your email. Thank you so much, love. I hope that your art reaches you safely. Jay Taylor, you gotta work at 2 a.m. Oh my goodness, get some good rest. Thank you for stopping in to say hi. MC Denisa, hello. Juan, Ali, fingers always crossed. That's right. So exciting though. I'm looking forward to working on this one. And just so you guys know, on my off times, that I'm not live streaming is what I mean, I am working on Morgana cover for Ebas for his Mojo series. And I'm working on the colors. I received the flats back on Monday, and I've been doing the, touch-ups, fixing any of the flats where, I need more flatted or less or whatever. I have my way I like it done. So I always do a little bit of adjustments. I'm figuring out the color palette. And on Thursday, I will be going live with that one to show you guys digital coloring. So that will be fun. Dragomir, Keeman, Devin, Philip, hello you guys. I hope you're doing well. You would have chosen Hydrant. Nice. Okay, so I am a bit zoomed in, and that is because we're going to keep working on her skin. So I did watercolor background last time, and some Copic marker, and then some colored pencil. So I do kind of mixed media. And so I have my watercolor stuff ready, but for now I'm going to keep working on adding Copic. So she does have a light amount of watercolor on her skin, and that's basically just so that I don't have to really fill it with Copic. And now I will be going in and adding shade and tone and all of that fun stuff. I'm looking forward to working on it with you guys, and here we go. Jeff, hello! I hope you have as well. Okay. So, let's get going. I'm going to get my skin tones. I'm very fancy. I have my markers in a Ziploc bag. So I keep like the color families divided in Ziploc bags. I'll show you guys. So I'll zoom out for a minute. Melakiana, hello, Happy New Year to you too. Okay, so I'm going to move this to the side and show you guys how I organize my markers. So this is my marker set. Zoom out a little bit more. And I keep them all in Ziploc baggies. So I have each little family set together, My little Ziploc baggies don't fit my reds, which I have a lot of, and my blues and greens. Now, I bought a lot of these markers to work on Divinica. So, a lot of them, both my watercolors and my Copics, were bought specifically for specific books. So, I actually rarely use all of the blues and greens that I have in here, but I bought them to work on Aphrodite and Nokomis. So that's why I have so many of the green and blue tones. But yeah, this is my set that I use. Snow was very kind to get me refills in Japan. Thank you, Snow. Big shout out to Snow. So I refilled these markers. These are the ones that I'm currently using. And I'm going to work with them today. And so when you see me pull out my little baggies, this is how I have them. So this is my 2 skin tones. Zatanna has a lighter skin tone, so I'll be using my lighter set. James, Serapis, makes me wish I was rich. I would love to see the characters from my book through your eyes. Aw, thank you, Serapis. Okay, so here we go. How long does a pen typically last? Melikiana, for these, because I can refill them, they'll last forever, which is really handy. For me, the deal breaker with a marker is, the question number 1, is it refillable? If the answer is no, I won't use it. So that's really what played a big role in my choice to buy this particular brand. Okay, so I'm going to use YR 40, E41, and E42, at least for now. Oh, really? Yay! Usually I am just ruining people's names, I fear. So I'm really happy to hear that I didn't ruin yours. Oh, Philip, there's so much more love than that. Nathan, hello. Nathan, you have an email with me, right? Having an email waiting on me is a whole thing, Nathan. I apologize for the delay, but I do want you to know that I received it with gratitude and happiness, and I will get back to you as soon as I'm able. Okay, so I'm just putting my glove on this time. Yeah, you're not being ignored or ghosted, Nathan. It's just, usually there are many fires to put out in a day. Okay, so here we go. I always start with YR 40s, at least on watercolor paper. Marker, or whatever tool you happen to choose in your artistic arsenal, reacts differently to different types of paper. So just when you're choosing what you're going to work with, it's always recommended, in my opinion, or I recommend that you test it. Test your tools, test the pen and the whatever coloring implement you're going to use before you go for your life. Because I have had, this is speaking from experience and learning the hard way, especially when like you're at a convention, for instance, and in my experience with blanks, which is a comic book that just has a title usually, but then it's on art paper, that paper will react very differently depending on what's in it, you know? And so some papers, your pen and marker combination, the pens will bleed and smear. And so even if you know that your tried and true method works for you all the time, it may actually just be the paper that you're using as well. So you just want to try and test those things before you finish your whole painting or piece thinking that it's going to work for you, because it may not. So just test your papers always. Or if you have complete say over what paper you use, then if you change your brand, test that too. Rob, hello. Just trying to make sure I've said hi to everybody. Mr. E, hello. Tom, welcome to the stream. Dawn for the drive home. Okay, no talking then. Oh, God. Yes, true story, Rob. You're funny. You know what? I think it's a little too dim in here for me. So I need to turn up this light, and as such, I may need to change the camera a little bit. Yes, so I'm going to change the camera light a little bit because I need it brighter personally. It's just ruined everything. Sorry, everyone. Give me a moment to fix my technical situationing. It is not meaty balls. We no longer eat the meaty balls, actually. Still pretty bright. Well, it's all right. Go a little bit more like this. And the focus is off. What happened? All right. Sorry, everyone. I'm just fixing my issues, of which it seems I have many. Me and my many issues. Aw, Nathan, thank you. You know, my hair looks much better on camera than it does in real life. I used to have jet black hair. Well, naturally I have black hair, and I started going gray at 14, so I've been covering my grays, and then I just last year was like, okay, this is enough. I had to dye my hair once every, I mean, I didn't dye it as often as I should have, but I needed to dye my hair about after every week. I could start seeing white grow out, and so, yeah, I bleached it. A lot. Oh, Daniel, thank you. Kara, hello, lovely. Do I have a favorite character to draw? Joshua, I'm so fortunate and grateful that I really enjoy drawing the characters that I get to draw. And then I especially have a place in my heart for Divinica, which is the character that I work on with JP Roth. You colored it, not dyed it. Okay, I colored it, and then I bleached it a lot. It's my Lady Death hair, that's right. All right, outsider, hello, hello. Okay, technical situations fixed. Now it is bright enough for me to see, and I'm going back to coloring. So, this is YR40. It is a very, very light, almost clear peach tone. And I use it to kind of bring a little bit more of a flesh tone into the characters that I'm working on. And so this seems to work out rather well for me. It isn't a color I used a lot until I started working with watercolor paper, which is far more absorbent than regular art cardstock. Very, very absorbent. And so everything appears a lot darker. So I only started using this once I started switching over to watercolor paper for a lot of my drawings. It's almost hard to tell when this color is like out of ink because it's so light. Rob, thank you so much for posting the Divinica link. Is the paper you use harder on the tips? You know what, Magus? That's a really good question. No, because I use hot press paper. So watercolor has, from what I know, my knowledge of paper is not as extensive as some people, but from what I understand, there are 3 types of watercolor paper and 3 types of roughness or smooth. So there's hot press, cold press, and rough. Now rough is of course extremely textured. Cold press has some texture to it. And then there is hot press, which is essentially ironed watercolor paper. So it's the smoothest of the watercolor papers you can get, and kind of more like a Bristol board, for instance. So no, mine doesn't ruin the nibs. But thankfully, with a lot of the art markers, you can usually buy replacement nibs. So if you ever do need to replace it, it's not too hard. Oh, the command is still at 40%. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick moment to make a note to myself. This one is a me fault, not a Dan fault. Okay. Remove 40% coupon on Moobot. All right. Thank you, Mr. E. Yes, Rob, you are the best Moobot. We need a name for your bot. Laser is running. I have to check on my friend's horse tomorrow. Was at the cinema and watched Sing 2. Oh, cool. My daughter watched that. She really enjoyed it. Okay, I think that I'm almost out of ink. So I'm going to have to do a refill. You guys know how much I hate having to do refills. It's so annoying for me. I have better things to do. Sometimes you need movies like that. All the time I need movies like that, Allie. All right. So I'm getting my refill for the YR. And look, check it out. I must be using this one a lot. Gareth, hello, hello, hello. True story, Rob. How's it going? Okay, so I just have this to catch my drippies. Sometimes horror is okay. MCU is always okay. MCU is definitely always okay. For me, horror is never okay. But I know that I am the exception, not the rule when it comes to movies like that. I can't. I can't and I won't. Rob, I saw that you got your Divinica Intertwined books. Thank you so much for ordering them. I'm so glad they reached you quickly. How amazing is our printing and fulfillment team? Did you guys see the pictures that JP Roth and I posted in the blog? You be all intertwined. Yay! You die laughing while watching horror. See, that's so great. I can't do that. I don't find it funny. I think I take it all way too seriously and I just freak out. So you finally finished my little Mortal Kombat fight season comic. Nearly did a dance. Congratulations! I will do a happy dance for you, outsider. Oh, you liked the shout out? Thank you, Mr. E. They were so nice to send us pictures. I was really bugging them for it. So awesome. Okay, so there's actually, now that I think of it, she has quite a bit of skin showing. So it's leg time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to finish the boobs first and then move on to the legs because I want to keep working on this while the Copic is still wet. Just as better for the blending. So there are multiple light sources on this piece. I think it's better as an art viewer to not try to understand where the light source is coming from. Just kind of take it all in. Because she's going to have some light coming from her wand. So I did put a sharp shadow there. But then, you know, everywhere else there's going to be light coming from here, but then also some light coming from the other direction. So it's a little bit of everything. That's right, Rob. You know it. My marker is a little old, and I really use this E41 a lot, so it has a little bit of a beard at the end. It's my bearded marker. That's so awesome, Mr. E. So now that I've done some color here with the E41, I'm going to go back to the YR40s, and along the edge of the E41, I'm going to take the YR40 and blend it into the highlight areas. And that's how I blend with alcohol ink markers. I believe it can apply to any alcohol ink marker brand, whichever one you happen to be using. It really doesn't matter. It's the same general concept. And do the same thing with the gray markers, or so even if you're not working in color, it's the same basic concept. YR40s. So there's no 4, it's YR0000. Sorry, I know that makes it confusing. Finn Cross, hello, thank you. So again, I'm blending the edges. And I have to keep an eye on her face and make sure that the rest of her torso matches her face color. Oh, did I just ruin something for you, Rob? Classic. Okay, now I'm going to do E42. Steve, hello, Steve. How's it going? Welcome to the stream today. So we're going to put a little bit of an extra shadow right down here to accentuate the boobage. And then I'm blending that out with E41 because it's the lighter color next to the darkest shadows. And I'm taking E42 again. So I am starting in earnest to get quite excited about Swornfest. I've never been to Swornfest before, and I'm very excited, and I hope to see some of you there. I saw a couple people asking if I charge for signatures. I do not, but I am a diva and I expect you to take the book out of the bag and board and then place it back in the bag and board. And you know what, I was thinking about it. It makes it really pleasant for me because then the collector that I'm signing the books for stays because they have to work with me on it, right? And then I get to chitty chat and ask them questions and find out what things they liked and which parts they didn't like of whatever I happen to do, because that all goes in as knowledge for next time. It's the perfect time to get feedback from you guys in a one-on-one setting where, you're not feeling pressured or, that you're going to get jumped on or something. I won't be offended, and then I can pick everyone's brains. So it's a really great time for me, and so it's great for me and it's good for you. Oh yes, I get to see all your reactions to my resting bitch face as well. Don't be afraid. I have a very scary face, but I try to be a nice person. Becky, congratulations. I'm so happy to hear that. Yay, that is wonderful. Big applause and hoorays for Becky. You don't think I have a scary face, Allie? I feel like I have a scary face. No more Lady Death auctions. Oh, Gareth, I'm so sorry. Diva also wants treats. Yes, you read my mind. Or maybe you read my comment, Eric. Has been more scared before in my life. Not many times, but oh no, Rob, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to read a question from Allie. Dawn, do you only paint like already existing characters from movies, comics, games, etc.? Or do you also do stuff from descriptions in like books? Just curious when sometime in the future you might take new commissions. I have drawn characters from descriptions because I work with J.P. Roth, who is an author and writes a ton of novels. And so a lot of the characters, she'll describe them to me and then we create it together. I'm not saying that I have created any of her characters, not at all. But she'll tell me what she's looking for. I'll draw it. We'll see, you know, if that's kind of what she had in mind or whatever. So yes, I have drawn characters from descriptions before. The main thing is you know, commissions generally are kind of my quick work, ish. And so if it's not very descriptive and I am not familiar with the novel that you are getting me to draw a character from, that might take a lot of research and time for me, which I don't necessarily have, but I'm not opposed to it. Let's put it that way. Very long answer. Sorry, Allie. Me too, Philip. I'm really hoping everything moves forward as planned. Two characters from one of my books sometimes as a drawing. Ah, the signature comic bags aren't bad. Helpful when you have lots. I enjoy that, but also not want to take up much of your time. Oh, but Ryan, it's really awesome, you know? And you were great to sign books for. I'll be an artist at a convention in upstate New York. Your first one. Congratulations, Miguel. How does Fanart work? That is one. There's actually a whole thread on my in my group. It's called Boop Squad on Facebook. There's a whole thread on that. Also, you can look on because I'm not really knowledgeable about lawyer stuff, but you can also search it on YouTube. So that would be a good place to look because there are some videos that discuss that. You make it sound like you are not a co-creator of Divinica and others, but at least for the comic version. Aw, thank you, Devin. Of course, and Miguel, so much props to you for getting yourself a table, all the work that is involved. I know you're going to do amazing. And if there's one little piece of advice I can give you, the first few conventions that you go to are, at least they were for me, they were extremely overwhelming. It's a very different feeling to be on the other side of the table. So just take it easy on yourself, be patient with yourself, and I know you're going to do great. Absolutely, I am, Nathan. I am planning to be at the con in Calgary, 100%. I know, Steve. My answers are always longer than needed, and I am super long-winded. I cannot seem to get my thoughts across in a concise manner because really at the end of the day I cannot English or any other language for that matter. It's a good thing. It's a good thing I can draw because I can't do anything else. You're going to be there, Nathan. Oh my God, that's so cool. Carmen, yay, yay, yay. Dragon. Oh, I'll just call you Dragon. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to move to her legs. Crotch shot time for everybody. Nat Daddy's Collectibles. Oh, so are you going to have a booth or a table there, Nathan? Yay, that's so awesome. Oh, is What the Fanart here? What the Fanart? Hello. Thanks, that means so much. I've been nervous and overwhelmed for sure. Hopefully one day I'll be working a con with you and other. Aw, that would be amazing, Miguel. If we are at the same con at any point, please come by and say hi. So I'm going to work one leg at a time here, and I'm going to color this thigh and then move on to the other thigh. Juan, I'm back grilling some steaks with corn and mashed potatoes. Yeah, look at that. You are the new Hanu Soul. All right, so for all my lecturing at you guys about testing the paper and testing your markers, I have to eat a little bit of I have made a terrible mistake humble pie. If you can see right here, I did screw up. So it looks like I used toner gray number 8, I think, 8 or 9, and it is bleeding a little bit. So I'm going to have to be careful that I'm not going to oversaturate it and not pull it into the art. So that's my bad. Steph, hello. Thank you so much always for the shares. You are the best. True story, Hal. So I am going to make her legs a little bit darker. She's wearing fishnet stockings, and even though, yes, we would be seeing plain skin in between all the little fishnet bits, there's just something about when a character is wearing fishnet stockings that they do tend to just, I guess it's an optical illusion, but it does make the legs look darker on the overall. So I am going to make them more shaded than I did on her top, for instance. You need to see the mistake a little closer. Here you go. See that? That, I think, is a bit of pooled water that pulled some of the black ink and smeared it in. And so it gave a little bit of a yellowish hue there as well. Now, these are things I can touch up and fix. It's not the end of the world, especially because it bled into the inside of her hat, which I'm probably going to make a satin tone anyway, but still. It does kind of look like bird poop. All right, so I'm going to take E42 now and do a bit more shadowing. And I'm going to put way more accentuated shadows along the edges because, you know, fishnets, the way they work is, you know, as your body is rounding, or a thigh or whatever, they start to kind of overlap each other a little bit, and the perspective is rounding a corner, and so it will make this area look a lot darker as well. I may even take some toner gray markers and really gray some of this out too. That's a mistake. Look at my last post on Boop Squad. Oh, I must have missed it. I will go check. Well, it is a mistake in as much that it is fixable. I can fix these mistakes, but because I've told you all, check your paper, test for bleeds, all that sort of stuff, I know all of those things already, and I thought that I was perfectly squared away here, but clearly I wasn't. So, you know, I like to point out my own errors as well. Even if there's just one person sitting silently and lurking on the stream, and it makes them feel a little better that they're not the only one that screws up, then I have done my job for the day. You're no fixing your last drawing. That's awesome, Rob. So now I'm just blending out the edges of the E42 with E41. There we go. And so it's making her legs look a little bit more covered, a little bit darker, and I'm going to keep working on them here. Now, granted, the bird is going to be glowing. So that may cause some glow to be on her inner thigh, but if I'm going to put that glow in, I can always come in with colored pencil and do it at the end. All right, anyone on Facebook that on Twitch that commented before Juan's that you could really show it, Rob? I can't see your comments anymore, so if I missed answering you, please feel free to post it again if you would like to. Facebook just did one of its comment reloads, so I can't see anyone else's. I'm sorry. The dove is radioactive? Well, the dove is glowing. I want it to have some glow. We need to do glow and sparkles. And I may actually attach all those fishnets. Water break. I sure do, Rob. I like the glows. Sparklies. All right, so this is a colored leg, not colored leg. So I'm going to work on this leg now, and then I'm going to start tying the room together with all of her skin. I'm having second thoughts. They are intense second thoughts. I had planned to do a red inside lining of her tailcoat. I have become unsure about that, and I may go blue. Because there's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem to me like there's a place for a red tailcoat with this picture as it is now. Let me know if you concur. Oh, yes, true what the fan art. I do as well. That's why digital coloring is so freaking dangerous for me, because I can change my mind at the last minute, and that ability to change my mind really fucks with my head. When you said you wanted to do a color, I thought about using blue. Oh, interesting, Allie. That's cool. Card collector, hello. Welcome to the stream today. Dawn's Law of Life, #1. Never second guess the choice of red. I know. I am breaking my life laws. Steve, what is happening? Also true what the fan art. What's the point of having a mind if you can't change it? Yes, well, I would like to preempt the feeling of I have made a terrible mistake. That's really what's happening right now. I don't want to make a terrible mistake. Aw, Steve. Gold is also a good consideration, Jeff. I was contemplating that as well. I believe that her corset thingy is gold, so that's why I was leaning blue here and then gold there. And it would be kind of a dark navy with maybe just a small amount of a satin appearance to it. I know what you mean. I changed background colors at the drop of a dime. Right, Horace? It's so wonderful to have that option in digital coloring, but my God, it's so dangerous to be able, like, declaring a piece done. It's really fucking difficult. That is true, outsider. Blue may just sink into the background. So I would have to make it pretty dark blue, like more along the navy line. All right, so that is her legs right now, but I feel like it needs even a little bit more, and I just thought of a color that I could use that may look nice with it, and that is E43. So it's the next color up from E42, to be Captain Obvious, but it is a little bit less saturated. So it will take it more to the grays, which is what I'm trying to do here. That's a good idea too, Nathan. So I'm using E43 right now. And I'm going to put some shadow here that's coming from her hand. Good evening, Martin. Hello, hello. Burgundy would blend with the purple but not get lost. It wouldn't steal the show like bright red either. Steve, you smart, smart man. I actually don't hate that idea either. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't want to have an oh shit moment. And I want to make sure that I'm making the right decision here. We are going to do some tests. So I will get out a piece of this paper and I'll test out a few colors and we'll see what we like. That's what's so very, very handy. I'm just taking E42 to blend it a little bit. That's what's so handy about having my little cutoff sheets. So I'm going to get one of my little cutoff sheets and we're going to see what we like. And I'm going to thicken the inked lines of her fishnets. So I went pretty thin here just because, you know, it's easier to add more than to remove ink. You can't, right? Especially if you're painting it, you can't white it out, right? So once it's down, it's down. So once I'm done with all this, I will go back in and kind of re-ink the lines, make them a little bit thicker, because I want that kind of thicker, big fishnet stocking look. Do I do tattoos? Laszlo? No, I don't do tattoos, though I am absolutely fine with you using any of my pre-existing line art. If you would like to turn that into a tattoo, go for your life. Darkness, hello, welcome to the stream. All right. My camera likes to turn sometimes. Okay, so I'm happy with the colors down here. What it's making it look like is that maybe I need to add a bit more shadow up top. Okay, thank you for weighing in, Jake. All right, so let's see. I'm going to use some of my little cutoff pages and see you later, Kara. Love you, love you. So we have a few different suggestions and we're going to test them. I'm just trying to see if I want to test it with watercolor or with Copic. Let's see. No, I will not. You're cruising for a cornering, what the fan art. All right, so these are my Copics. These are my watercolors. I'm thinking perhaps to lean towards the watercolors just for testing. That's so awesome, Darkness. Lurk away. I hope you have fun painting your mini models. Here's a maroon. So I have a maroon here. Let's give it a shot. And since I am going to be doing a watercolor, I'll switch to my bigger card. I don't know now, and I already engraved it, but it would be a perfect in blue, or I need to stain it and hope it stays darker than the rest. Oh, sorry, Allie. Dawn moments are not fun moments. I've gone soft. I know, it's because I feel so bad for Juan. I have been going soft. You don't want to redo it. In my opinion, that's not the way to go. Don't redo. Okay, so 371. 371, here we go. Yeah, that's kind of a nice dark wine tone. I'm really saturating it here because I want to see the color pretty dark. All right, and then for green, we have this 515 color. It's like a dark emerald green, 515. Oh, here we go. I don't think I've ever used it before. It has other colors on it. I'm just cleaning up the top of my color. One moment, please. Looks like it has some white on it. Okay. Okay, there's green. It's like a deep emerald. Now, what was the other color I was thinking about? Blue. Now, I don't really want something too dark. There's a dark turquoise. That's actually somewhat interesting. I might try that one. And then we'll try the navy as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. It's 528. 528. Ooh, another color I have literally never used. How interesting. 528. That's that color. And then my trusty navy, which is the 485. The number codes that I'm giving out, you guys, are Schmincke colors. Okay, let's do 485, which I am almost out of. All right. So I'm going to let these colors dry, and then we will see which colors we like, because they always dry slightly differently, but even so, let's at least place them on the purple and give it a look-see. All right, so here we have, I think that for starters, I'm going to rule out the green. I don't know that I'm loving the green. Kevin, right now I am working on a Zatanna commission, and I'm trying to choose the color for the inside of her tailcoat. Yeah, I might be leaning towards turquoise as well. Like that turquoise, it's pretty nice. The blue, not the navy. So this one for you. Oh no, Allie loved the green. Outsider is all for maroon. I mean, I think we're going to be pretty hard pressed to all agree fully on which color to do. But it's nice to hear everyone's opinions. I definitely don't think that whatever color we end up choosing is going to be make or break. Kevin likes the turquoise as well, makes it pop. It is a very lovely green. I do have to admit that. It is a very lovely green. Second from the bottom, hands down. Steve says the burgundy. Robert says turquoise or maroon. Tell you what, I'm going to leave these and let them dry and keep working on everything else. And then once they're completely dry, so I'm going to get her top put in. I'm going to get her corset, I suppose, put in, and then we'll have a lot more colors to compare it to as well. Kevin likes the red as well. Yay! I don't know if the person that I'm doing this commission for is currently here. Let me refresh myself on the name. Chris Jupin is who this is for. So I don't know that Chris is in here. Yeah, so maybe what I need to do is I need to put in the gold corset. I need to color her white top. You know, I'm gonna make the jacket and boots that I'll be using the navy blue to give it that kind of blue tone already. So we'll see. So we're definitely, at least we know that the navy blue and the green have been pretty much ruled out. We just have one Allie vote for the green, but she loves the green itself, not necessarily in this background. So we'll see. We'll see. It's exciting though. And having these little scraps of paper is gold. Hold the turquoise to the upper left, which has more red undertones. That is true. I did put a pinker purple over here and a blue purple over here, just to kind of, you know, give some interest. Once the gold is on her top, then decide it should complement the lighter blue. Yeah, I agree. All right. I have to be careful with this. It's still wet. Well, I think that the maroon works and the turquoise works. All right. Well, at least we have that in agreement. We're all in agreement that, you know, one of those colors will work. And we'll figure it out from there. Okay, so gold top. So I need to do gold, and I will start that with watercolor. So let's do that now. It's actually been quite the enjoyable debate. Well, yay! I definitely don't want anyone to feel stressed while we're doing this. I know. I probably wasn't the best at talking through all that. All right, so I have some gold colors here. I think, though, I'm going to steal a little bit of this reddish brown and mix it in. There we go. That kind of takes it down a notch from that like intense smack yourself in the face with canary yellow, which I'm not going for. You're on pins and needles right now? Oh no, no stress. am I doing a gold bow tie as well? I wasn't planning on it, Magus. I was just planning to make the bow tie the same color as like her white top and white gloves. Kevin, the piece has been done with mixed media. So the whole background is watercolor, and then everything else I do a watercolor base, and then I add Copic on top. And what I'm going to do for her top, because it's white and her gloves are white and all of that, I'm going to take this yellow color and I'm going to water it way, way, way down and just make it a very light version of the yellow. So basically it's going to be like a super off-white eggshell colored white shirt. But I'm going to try and see if I can remove that right there. So I don't know if you guys can see, but there is a very light bit of purple there. See right there? It's the purple paint from the background that got on her right there. So I've got a Q-tip, and we're gonna do a little scrub-a-dub-dub on the boobies. Even if I can just lighten it a tiny bit, that would be great. Yay! You were staring at that quite a lot earlier. Oh no! You noticed my mistake. Here we go. We're doing some rub-a-dub-dub. And it came off. Yay! It does tend to make the paper in that spot a little bit more foofy. So I'm going to take my X-Acto blade and try to give it a little shave. Mixed media for the artists that just can't make up their mind. Ooh, you got 95% love. Score! Okay, so I am just shaving off the foof. There we go. Because I had to scrub it a little bit. All right. It's not perfect, but it's okay. All right, so now I'm going to take that same color. So it's the same color, but I have a ton of water in my brush, and I'm hoping that will be enough. So it might be so light that you guys can't even see it on camera. Now see, it's picking up more color there. Maybe you guys can see it now. So I will probably go over that spot. That's just a little bit of something. So I'll go over that spot with colored pencil at the end to just kind of give it a little touch up, because it is catching more color right there than it is everywhere else. I know, me and nipple placement is the worst, but happy news. For the first time in my 10 years in working in comics, I got the nipples in the right place. What? It happened. I'm so excited, and I'm going to brag about it forever. Teresa, hello. Welcome to the stream, lovely. Am I sure that they're in the right place? Yes, I'm sure because I checked with Ebas and JP Roth. I would not be sure if I was making the decision all on my own. I do! I get a gold star for boobies in the right place. Yay! There we go. It is a very light yellow. Dan gave a third opinion as well. Yes, Dan always gives opinions. Hello, Stanley. I know. He thinks they come out here. Okay, to expedite the drying process so that we can move on to bigger, better things, I'm going to use the blow dryer. So cover your ears, prepare your hearts. It's going to be noisy. Studying nipples didn't help at all, Jeff. Because everybody's boobs are different. And, you know, not everything is in exactly the same spot. And so, you know, that is readily accepted and appreciated when you are seeing a human being. But it is not necessarily accepted in the same way in art because it looks wrong, you know? And so I haven't really been able to learn very much by studying real boobs. I just have to kind of learn more by making a mathematical grid of the body and then putting them right where the grid meets. All right, and I believe last time I used warm gray for toning this this particular shade of kind of off-white cream shirt. John Overbay, hello! You've been staying from the beginning till Thursday. Oh, cool, Stanley. Dawn. Placement Divinica art book. Prints and goodies arrived safe and sound last week. Oh, yay! Yay, Mark! I'm so happy to hear it. I'm so glad they arrived to you. Hip hip hooray! I'm so glad you're happy with them, and thank you again so much for supporting the Divinica Kickstarter. You are awesome. Sorry guys, I'm a knuckle cracker. Ugh, my Ziploc baggie is kind of not a baggie anymore. There's a big hole at the bottom. It's the only one in the game that has booby animation. What is booby animation? Do tell. All right, so I'm going to use another color. It's YR30. It's called Macadamia Nut. It is an extremely light pale yellow. And I'll use it here if I ever feel the need. And then I am going to use, thank you, Mark. And then I'm going to use some of these gray tones as well. So like maybe E55 looks like a good color to blend into this and make a shadow tone. E31 and E55, where are they? E31 I have here, and then E55 I think is in my darker skin tone palette. E55, yes. E55 looks a little too dark. You may have a point. You may have a point. I'll give it a quick little test in a tiny spot. I suppose I was graded on a curve. Oh, good one, Steve. I wish I was that clever. All right, E31. Let's give this a try and see how it looks. Yeah, I don't hate it. That looks nice. Mr. E, I think you made a good call because E31 is about as dark as I want to go. So E55 was too dark. Props to Mr. E. Good eye, good call. You've been saving that one forever. I wonder if there's a color that's lighter than E31 that I could do. I mean, I suppose E42 or even E41, but then I'm really going into like my skin tones and I don't want that to look like skin. E42 and E41. I guess let's give it a shot and see. Maybe it'll blend in nicely just because of the fact that there's the yellow base. Van Helsing, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream today. All right, I have to be careful by the black. I did pull some black into this, so that's dangerous. Italian, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Is this Cruella de Vil? Oh, Rob answered. And now I think I should have cut out the inside of the letters, like O, A, and R. Ah, sorry, Allie. Dawn, I'm so sorry I forgot to make my Divinica post in Boop Squad the other night, but I will later tonight. Oh, yay, thank you. What Divinica stuff did you get? I'm going to put a little bit more right there. And then I'm just going to start blending it out with YR30. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Italian. Much appreciated. You got the art books, calendar, bookmarks, and 2 beautiful prints. Hooray! Thank you, thank you. BLK Monet, thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. It made your month. Oh, yay. Yes, you have to rub-a-dub the bookmarks. It is vital to the ownership of them. You already did it? Excellent! All right, now I'm going to take some warm gray. It's a good one, Rob. I like it. So I'm using warm gray number 4 to just add a little hint of an extra amount of contrast without going too brown. I want to retain that gold, but I think it was getting a little more saturated than I wanted. I'm kind of going more for like a champagne tone. You haven't had to cough up the picture frame yet? Huh. I don't know. Lori is a sweetheart. That's all I can say. Yes. The Campbell Black Cat and Mary Jane piece is crazy amazing. I love it. All right, so now I'm gonna do warm gray again for her top, and let's just see how it goes. Kevin, hello. Just refreshing a few things. Hold, please. Thank you, Kevin. Are there any books on learning how to draw my way? Rocco, thank you. That's so kind of you. I've learned how to draw by observing artists that I like and admire, and thankfully I have been able to talk with some of them and ask them questions at conventions, but I learned from reading Danger Girl, reading Top Cow books, Lady Mechanica, just following comic book artists. Also, there's David Finch, who does How to Draw on YouTube, and he has amazing tutorials on how to draw in comic book style. So those are kind of the things I would recommend. Speaking of, pretty soon I'm going to be working on Divinica interiors again, hopefully next week. And I've got men to draw, a lot of them. 2 main characters and a bunch of supporting. And, you know, like a crowd of dudes and shit. And for, you know, it's kind of like out of the pot and into the fire, or whatever that's called, for me, as far as, you know, drawing men. And so David Finch has an amazing video about how to draw male torsos. And I watched it while I was eating lunch the other day. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sit down with a sketchbook and I'm going to just follow and draw what he says to draw and how he says to draw it, and just do that over and over again, because I just need to get comfortable. When I was working on Divinica issue 2, there was quite a bit of the warrior Hiawatha in it, and so I was drawing men more often, and then it was literally no issue for me. It's just I never do, and then, you know, I start feeling intimidated again. Did you ever get a personal tutorial by one of your idols? Yes, I have. Yes, it is sausage party time. I don't understand darkness. What does OSL mean, and what does NMM mean? I'm a failure. David Finch is an amazing teacher. I love his YouTube channel. So I'm using warm gray number 0 right now. Joe Granado, hello! Welcome to the stream! Would I join David on his channel? Oh my god, that would be the hugest honor. That would be so freaking cool, but I don't really feel good enough to join David on his channel. Object source lighting, non-metallic metals. Aw, thank you, Darkness. That means so much. Hanusol, hello. Welcome to the stream today. Don't the Copics reactivate and pick up pigment from the watercolor? Cybersecond, I'm sure that they do, so I am careful to make sure that the watercolor is dry, and then also I go light to dark. So in my experience, at least in the way that I work, no, I haven't had trouble with the Copic marker reactivating the watercolor. I know, I'm so stressed out about my pores, Hanusol. Marcelo, hello. Happy Tuesday. Way to stress me out worse, Rob. Oof, this is really bright. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. That is a little more what it looks like. It's probably even a little bit darker than that. Here we go. It's what you're here for. Mino. Thank you, Mr. E. Truthfully. I'm trying warm gray number 2. I'm going to see if it's dark enough for some of the sharp shadows. So I may put shadows from her boobs to cast here. Let's just go ahead and do some of it. There we go. Awesome. Did you ever get to meet Michael Turner or have Peter Steigerwald color any of your work? Roger, thank you. For starters, no. May he rest in peace. I never had a chance to meet Michael Turner. Yes, Peter Steigerwald has colored my work twice. Once for Ancient Dreams issue 0 and once for a Lady Mechanica Tablet of Destinies issue 2. Peter Steigerwald is amazing. All right, so I'm going to go up in color to W4, warm gray number 4, because I need sharp shadows right in there. And a little bit of a shadow cast from her chin. And a little bit of shadow in the back, just like that. Oh my God, and I did all of this and completely forgot about her gloves. She did, Philip. I made sure she knew about it, and she is gonna do something about it. Just checking in, gotta go. Aw. So much love to you, Hanu's soul. Totally understand why. Weep. I'm so sorry. So much love to you. So I got a little bleed over right there on her glove. So those are the places I'm going to need to... Oh man, is that still covered? It is. I'm going to need to go in with colored pencil and fix some of those little messies. Joe, thank you. Yes, we had a little bit of my masking film still there. Bummer. Okay, now I'm going to warm gray number 1. And we're going to start working on the shadows. Okay, shadows over here. And I'm letting the other glove dry right now intentionally, because the next thing that I want to do is get some good harsh shadow lines that are not going to bleed as much and blend. And that can be accomplished once the Copic has dried a bit more, and then you can get some of those good, like, you know, shadow lines from wrinkles in the clothes and stuff like that. Ryan, thank you. Hello. So I'm going to use warm gray number 4 again. Actually, I'm going to start with 3, and I'm going to just let these dry. So the paper is still feeling a little damp from the Copic. So I'm going to give it a little shot with the hairdryer. Cover your ears. What about the ribbon on the hat, the trim? Would it be the same tone as her gloves, or will it just be a black top hat? I haven't decided yet what color I'm gonna make that. I may go with the gold, so that's for down here. I may go with gold, or I may choose to do it with whatever color we decide to go with on the inside of her tailcoat. So that's why I'm not doing that right now. But good catch if I had missed it. Detail is your demise. No worries, it's great. It helps me not forget stuff like that. Dawn, do you have any stories of saving a piece from catastrophe and having it turn out fantastic? I don't know about the fantastic part, but the catastrophes, I have a plenty. Okay, one time I was working on a blank. All right? And you guys know, before I start, you know my overfilling Copic marker issues, and that sometimes it can be catastrophic if it drips, right? Well, I have a good one to tell you. Ooh, we got rated. Crease, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone who joined Crease on the raid. Thank you so much. Van Helsing, I won't forget your question. Just want to stop and say hello to everybody. I know everyone here on my channel knows who you are, Crease. What were you working on today? Post your links. Anyone, if you haven't followed Crease art yet, do so immediately. And thank you all so much for joining. Stayed on a bit too late. Oh, I hear you. Have a good one, Crease. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your evening. All right. Everybody go follow Crease. He's also on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm sure he's on Twitter as well. I just don't go there, so that's why I'm not saying for sure. I'll take a moment and introduce myself. I am also a comic book artist. I work on a series called Divinica. I work on it with my friend JP Roth, who is the author. It's about goddesses from all different pantheons of mythology. And we just got a new book that came out last week or the week before. And we are currently, we have 5 issues out. And the 6th issue I am working on now. However, we have something called Intertwined, which is like the perfect introduction to Divinica as a series. So I am the interior artist. I will be going back to doing interior pages very soon. It's all done by hand, traditionally. And it's about goddesses from all different pantheons of mythology, and their tales are woven together through our lead character, Divinica. This is the first 5 issues intertwined into the lead character's timeline. This is Divinica right here. So you can find them there, and we will always be having sales running or promotions going, and so definitely subscribe to that website, and then you'll get notified when we have coupons. Also, if you follow me here on Twitch, I will tell you guys the coupons. So there's that too. Anyway, that's what I do, but today I am working on a commission. And this is of Zatanna. She is a DC character, and she is being painted with watercolor and Copic marker. So right now I'm using Copic marker. Yokai, hello, welcome to the stream. All right, and to answer Van Helsing. Van Helsing's question was, have I had any kind of massive catastrophe when working on a piece, and did I manage to fix it? Yes, the catastrophe was catastrophic. It was terrible. So what happened was, I had just finished working on a blank for a collector, and it was of Harley Quinn. It was a bust drawing of Harley Quinn. So her face was pretty big on the page, just to set the stage for you guys. And I was literally finished. I was doing my last few noodlings to make the whole piece come together, right? And so I was just gonna add a couple little shadows here and there with a cool gray number 6 marker. So dark, okay? Harley Quinn has pale ass white face, and I took the lid off of the marker and I went to go put a shadow from her hair onto her face, and a dot this big splooged out right on her cheek. Literally in the middle of her cheek. I don't know what on earth I was gonna do. I mean, it was just terrifying. And this was a limited edition blank. I was not going to be able to like start over. This is a collector's blank. So what I did, after jumping up and screaming into my pillow, stomping my feet and feeling miserable as fuck, I was like, okay, now I need to try to fix this. And so what I did is I got white paint, toned it to the color that I needed, and it's not like her face is pure white. It's kind of an off gray, and I always mix a little bit of purple in it, and you guys know I go all out with my Copic mixing. And so I had to mix the color, and now I have colored pencils, but at the time I didn't. I was not as loaded in art supplies as I currently am. And so I painted over it first with just pure white to try to, for starters, soak up the Copic and cover that very dark, nearly charcoal black color right in the center of Harley Quinn's cheek, like this, a big old drip. And so what I did is I covered it with paint, like a white acrylic, and then I sanded it down to get it smooth. It was some thick paint. And so I sanded it down, did another coat, and sanded it again to get it smooth, right? And I just used I actually used like a brand new face scrubby because it's smoother than sandpaper. And so I scrubbed it, did another coat, scrubbed it and buffed it, and then I managed to mix it with the rest of her skin by putting Copic and paint on top of it and then just trying to blend it out to the rest of the paper. It took a whole day and kind of ruined my life for a little while. Oh my God, Rob. Mr. Wiggins, hello. I love your name. Yeah, it was miserable. Noxiara and Non5000, thank you so much for the follows. Anyway, it was a big bummer for Dawn. All right, you guys, moment of truth has come. Oh, it was so stressful, Jeff. I can't even. I called Joe and she told Eric about it, and you know, I got some sympathy because they knew what horror that is. All right, I'm just putting away some of my markers. I'm trying to not be such a disaster as a human being. That's so true, Joe. It had a happy ending, yes. Okay. I think it's time for us to decide. So now that the colors have dried, we can see what color we feel is appropriate. So to all the new people joining, we've been trying to decide, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and everyone on Twitch and Facebook. I'm not referring to the royal we here. What color I should do the inside of her tailcoat. In my mind, before I started painting this, I was thinking red, like the color of her lips. Now I'm thinking not so much. So it needs to be a cooler tone to match with the background. Nerdiful, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So these are some watercolor swatches. And I'm trying to decide what colors to do. So right now for me, it's between turquoise or maroon. True story, Rob. So the blue I'm going to use for the black. So this blue is going to be used in the black. Okay, when people are voting blue, are you voting this blue or this blue? Because this is a navy that I'm going to use for the black. You're kind of liking the green. Turquoise. Yeah, I think that we're going to do the turquoise. Allie's still on the green. Everyone else is turquoise. The lighter blue. Okay. Yeah, it's looking a little bit more blue on cam than it used to, but it's got a bit of a turquoise hue. The blue is fine. SJB or Savage Ink and Allie are on the green still. The blue. Yeah, I think primarily people are saying blue, so I think we'll go for that. This one. So now I need to remember which one it was. All right. It was this one, 528. So that's what I'm going to get. I agree. What did I say again? 528. All right, 528. Let's get, do I have any more spots? Only thing that gets me is on purple. What do you mean, Cybersecond? You didn't choose the best burgundy. It looks too brown. Oh, bummer. I'm sorry, Steve. It's the only burgundy I have, though. Five, 2, 8. 5, 2, 8. Also true, Savage Ink. I'm going to get the color a little bit more saturated. I need to be a little bit careful with this one. What about a sparkling turquoise? Oh, there will be glitter. I'm sure that I'm going to find somewhere to bring in some glitter. I have to be careful. Aaron Bass, hello. Thank you. Oh, don't forget the little gap in between the thumb and finger. Yay! I got it this time. Thank you all for holding your breath for me. I'm also holding my breath. It did. Oops. I'm really liking this color. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad we went with this one. I just think it brings that little extra flair of drama. It's like, I don't know. It's a surprise color. Surprise! Aaron Bess, as far as you don't need to save up for many years, the problem is that I am many years behind on getting commissions done. That's the real problem here. I think I want to put a little bit more shadow right there. So I'm just going to pick up the straight paint and just do a line along here and let it kind of spread out on its own. While this paint is still wet is the perfect time for me to get a little bit more shadows in some of these spots, because it's going to dry paler than it is right now, so I need to kind of compensate for that. And then here it would be in shadow, and then I have it twisting around, and there's going to be a little tip of turquoise visible right here too. And then I need to get that spot right in there. Seema, hello. Yes, I am years behind on commissions. Is watercolor your preference? Watercolor is my preference for some things, not all things. I do work with watercolor, and then I will use other mediums as well to kind of do the fine shading, the smoothing. I find watercolor very frustrating for painting skin, for instance, but I love it for everything else. Dies, thank you for the raid. Oh, yeah, Savage Ink, I'm pretty stressed out about it, but I've been living with said stress for a long time. So I'm just having to carry on with my life. I hope you've had a great day so far, Dies. Okay. Please feel free to post your links, Dies, and let us know what you were working on. It's great to have you. I'm not going to talk for a second because I don't want to go outside the lines here. Yay! You're afraid to paint your original line art because I'll jack it up. Oh man, I'm afraid of that every time, and I have kind of ruined some of my line art in the paint. And it's a little bit depressing, not gonna lie. I was giving my chatters the good news that an alpha version of the game engine I'm waiting on has finally been released. Plus, I showed them prototype of my logo. Yay! That's such great news, Dies. Ken Patchies. Have a great night. Okay, we're going to do a quick turnaround, flipperoosies. And next I'm going to start working on all the black tones. So I'm going to mix probably a little bit of purple with my navy blue color and work from there. That's funny, Allie. See you later, Van Helsing. I hope you haven't already left and I missed your goodbye. Beetlejuice, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So I'm getting my blue color. So I'll show you guys which one it is. It's actually on this same little swatch page. It's this one. So it's a really nice, rich navy blue. I'm not going to paint on all these black areas with it quite that saturated. I'm going to water it down more than that. But this is the tone that I'm going to use for all of her black hair, black hat, all of that. And I painted into her jacket with the purple background color too, because I feel like it would be realistic for her jacket to pick up some of that color. Thank you, Serapis. That means a ton. Pedro Zox, thank you very much. Tonight is spaghetti for dinner. So I need to make sure that I stop the live stream soon enough that I can raid someone. I definitely want to pay the raids forward. A little bit too saturated there. You're so nice, Dies. Is Juan being good? Siamak, Juan isn't here right now. He's barbecuing steak, I think. I'm sure he's trying to behave. Yes, I'll use the blue in her hair also. Oh, Siamak, Juan said he is present. Juan, Siamak on Facebook is asking if you're behaving. And yes, he has not needed to be sent to the corner today. Thank you, Philip. Oh, I was off cam. Classic. Oh, sorry, Serapis, I just saw your question. Okay. Did you used to or still have a DeviantArt account? I remember following someone with your exact styling a while back. I did have a DeviantArt account. Frankly, I mean, I still do. I just kind of stopped posting there. But yes, I do have a Deviant account. And if you followed me there, thank you. Art by Galen, thank you so much for the raid. Shazara, hello. Dream Hive raid, thank you so much. Thank you, Wolf Mother. I'm doing great. How are you? Please feel free to post any of your links. Let us know what you were working on. And thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, Bartonius. Shazara, thank you very much. Sketch covers today. Nice. Fluffy Queen, thank you. Do I know who my character's eyes remind you of? I don't. Art by Galen, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely trying to do a good job on this one and try to get it to the winner as soon as possible, because someone won this for Christmas and Christmas is over. Dale Hayden, no, I don't know. Of course, Art by Galen. That makes me so happy. I hope you enjoy it. I find it really fun, honestly. Watercolors terrify me, but I'm determined to give it a real go. Oh man, watercolors freaked me right the hell out too. They are their own special beast, that's for sure. So I use watercolors ish. You know? I'm not 100% a watercolor painter at all. Because there's certain things that watercolors do that I can't stand, and then there's other things that I love about them, so I kind of mix it. So see this right here. These kind of water lines drive me nuts. But in a lot of places, especially for backgrounds or somewhere where you want texture, those kind of things are glorious. It's just if that were to happen on a character's skin, that would be the end of my life. I would be so upset. I don't mind oil paints. I enjoy those. Doing a little bit of watercolor, a little bit of markers, and a little bit of pencils the most. Yes, absolutely. I could not agree more. But there are some watercolor painters that use those kind of watercolor, basically watermark lines like that to their advantage on skin, or it's just a style thing and it's not my style, you know? I enjoy seeing it in other people's work, but I know if I tried to do that myself, I would go crazy. So that's why I mix tools, and then it works out great for me. Zold, thank you. Thank you for joining Crease with the raid, and lurk away. All right, so now I'm going to move up to the hair. And then I'm going to do the final toning. I forgot her shoulder. I'm going to do the final shading on her legs to make it look smooth and more like latex with Copic marker. I used Copic sketch marker, actually, Savage Ink. So I used the brush tip side. Thanks, Keeman. Perfect. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate the suggestions. I need to go check and see if I'm following Z Fisher Art. So I'll go give that a quick look. Need a little tiny drop more. Go. They start to blend together, John. Yeah. Bartonius, thank you. Much appreciated. A random drawer, thank you for the follow. Big hugs and love to you, Shazara. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? You just want to bedazzle her top with rhinestones so bad. Best comment of the night, John. I love it. All good. Okay, have a wonderful evening. Take care, and thank you for the raid. Wow, that is so kind of you, Art by Galen. Thank you. Maybe just the buttons of her corset? Well, I'm taking it under advisement because you guys know how much I love the bling. Which honestly, I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, but they just did. Oh no, is the stream lagging for anyone else? Am I lagging? Oh no! Twitch is acting up. Bummer. It's doing good. It's doing it here. Much love to you, Mr. E. Big hugs and kisses. I wish, Steve. I wish I was that awesome. One of these days. Good night, Mark Pierce. Thank you for hanging out. Have a fantastic evening. I'm glad you're going to sleep. Big hugs to you. A Facebook sympathetic crash. Okay. It seems better now. Sorry, Savage Inc. I will be keeping this. I won't work on it again until my next live stream whenever I manage to finish this, because I actually have a deadline right now. So if you can make it to my next live stream, that's when I'll do the Copic on the latex. Just in case that makes you feel better. Go get some rest. Sarah, thank you, love. I might want to add some purple into the back pieces. Yeah, I'm going to steal a little bit of purple now. So this is the color that I actually used for the background. Well, I mixed a few colors together, but this is the more bluish purple. So I'm putting that in her hair as well. Honestly, just so that it kind of blends in the back a little bit. Fixed for life. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rob. Isma, hello. I hope you're having a great day so far, and thank you for your kind words about the piece. Bertonius, thank you. Chrysalis from the Rothic collection is my favorite. That is so awesome. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Bartonius. What are those words you say will tank in an IG post in the algorithm? Okay, honestly, what the fan art, I'm not sure. I can't say for sure on any of this. It's just I've noticed from personal experience where if I say certain things, I feel like my posts are not, they're not seeing as many people as they usually do. So it's things that sound salesy, you know, like using the word Kickstarter, website. I even think when I use the word giveaway or prize, it throttles my post. They're just guesses. So those are the things that I would watch out for. Fixed for life. I don't know if I thanked you already for the follow, but I can never thank anyone enough, so thank you. Yeah, purchasing words. Thank you, Rob. You were like my translator to proper English. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being able to make sense of my wording or being patient with me as I struggle through it all. You're the best. You really are. Yes, try stuff like that, What the Fan Art. I don't know if you've noticed, but like a lot of people that have Patreon will do like PA and then put an emoji of a tree and on, or, you know, things like that to try to allude to it. Now, chances are the algorithm is smarter than we think, and it can detect that stuff. I have no idea, but all of this is guesses. Golf Boy Sunday, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream today. Thank you, Philip. Renee, welcome to the stream. Mel Doodles, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. You nailed Magdalena. I'm hooked on your website now. Bartonius, much appreciated. Thank you. That is so kind. It was helpful, Bartonius, that when I was working on that commission, I was at a convention standing next to Eric Basaldua, who actually worked on Magdalena. So, you know, I was able to ask him if he thought it looked good, any thoughts or critiques. So, you know, it was handy to be standing next to one of the official artists. Thank you, Renee. He did say you do you, yes, but he, I'm sure, I don't remember exactly because this was a long time ago, but I'm sure that he gave me some helpful tips or hints, or, you know, maybe try doing this, or her outfit is like that. Also, I just whine and complain that he makes the outfits so complicated. Aw, thank you. Thank you very much. Oof, I want that one lighter. So I'm probably going to do some like lighter strands of hair also that are kind of going out and around. Yes, this is Zatanna. The outfits are my jam, absolutely, but I was definitely trying to make a nod to Ebas's design of Magdalena, and, you know, take the Magdalena outfit that is already very complicated and then look at some of the covers that were drawn by Ebas of Magdalena, and they are so intensely complicated and tons of detail, like, oh my god. Thanks for the follow, Renee. It's really fun, Fluffy Queen, and you can just mix them together. So do watercolor and colored pencil. They're a fabulous duo. Your favorite comics? That's so awesome. Top Cow is truly amazing. And so many artists that I admire are Top Cow artists. It's the best. Just mush it all. So I'm going to add a little bit more blue on the inside right here. Marcelo, thank you. I would, but I doubt it would help Rob. So excited because I got the big Prismacolor set a few days ago. They're pretty hard to find, especially for a good price in Europe. Oh, yay, I'm so happy for you. I'm going to mix a little bit of purple in there too. Have I drawn the crow? I haven't. Such a cool character, but no, I have never drawn the crow, I don't think. Just want to mix a little bit more purple in here. It's a little bit too cool for my liking right here. I know. I am going to really start drawing dudes with a passion and a vengeance. We're going to do this, and I'm going to become good at it. I need to. No more of this, well, I just don't draw them very often. That's no longer going to be the case, so I can no longer hide underneath that one as an excuse. All right, I'm going to give this a quick blow dry because I feel like my paper is getting a little warpy. You're a big Crow fan? Nice. I do have an IG. It's just my name. It's spelled right below me right here. I know it's a difficult name to spell. Apologies. Oh, Rob, thank you. I'm going to have to work. No, I'm just going to have to get good at it. All right, here we go. I'm going to do a quick blow dry, and then we're going to start getting ready to raid. Warpy is bad, yes. you later, Jeff. Have a great evening. All right. We're going to do one little thing to just add a tiny little touch of kapow, because eyes without a little bit of shine on them, in my opinion, look dead. So we're just going to give her eyes a little kapow. Shine is everything. Good night, what the fan art. Aw, thank you, Renee. I'm going to take a look at my Twitch channel, just start snooping about and see who's on. Yes, I have a chonky cat. He's very chonk. And I love it. All right, so we do have some blotch in the turquoise area. We have some blotch, obviously, on all the parts that will be black. So I will be doing a lot of Copic tone next time. We'll color the birds next time, and hopefully start putting in the like magic splatter and stuff. So that should be fun. It's a fantastic mix. Sherlock is part cat, part hippo. I love that. Good night, D-Dog. So much love to you. Much love to you, Steve. Thank you, Bartonius. I appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime. Really, Roxy lost weight. I've had such a hard time getting Sherlock to lose any weight that the vet finally let me off the hook. Love this stream. I'll be back. Yay. Oh, Megas, thank you as well. It was so great to have you here. Okay, before everyone starts leaving, let's go raid. So I can't remember who you said. Oh yeah, Cozy. Yes, let's go raid Cozy. I know, it's the spa treatments, and I missed his spa treatment today because I was running all around today. Tons of appointments. All right. Raid K-O-H-S-E-A-R-T. Cozy Art, yes. All right. Guys, thank you so much for joining me to go raid Cozy Art. Thank you so much to everyone who joined from the other raids tonight. I love you all a ton. I will see you on Thursday, hopefully for digital colors this time of a cover for Eric Basaldua and his Mojo series. I love you so much. I'll see you next time. Let's go raid!